Live from the KHOU 11 studios, it's Great Day Houston. And now, here's your host, Deborah Duncan.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Great Day Houston. It is Grammy Week. Music's biggest night is this Sunday night, right here on KHOU 11. All this week, we're celebrating the power of music. Houston has produced many musical legends. One of them is the legendary Joe Sample. He lost his battle with cancer this past year. Is still very much alive is his music and the legacy that he has passed on to his students. I got the chance to sit down with Joe a couple of years ago and talk about that power of music. It can be entertaining for sure, but it goes deeper than that. Joe remembered a time music was the bridge between people of different races. After all, it's the international language. In America, he believed it played a powerful role in the civil rights movement. I know you have such great stories about how when America was at this crossroads, when what we were going to do about the different races, that music would bring people together.
Right.
Speaking of the power of that music, you have many stories on that.
They had the Bill Doggett band, the Earl Bostic band. They were powerful jump bands, they call it. And Bill Doggett was there one night, and this man was just loved in the black community. Well, then you begin to find out that his piece Honky Tonk was also loved in the white community. So when he did a show at the City Auditorium, they were not supposed to get on the dance floor.
No mixing.
There were no mixing. You just get on your side of the rope and you stay there. Well, the music just became so overwhelming that these white folks would start jumping onto the dance floor.
A lot of people may have heard your music or listened to your music and not realize that you were such a big part of it. One of those songs is Street Life. Could you play a little bit of that for us? Earlier that Joe Sample's legacy is through the work of his former students. We have some of them right here today. Please welcome Nic Allen with the Crusaders 2.0. Hello there. This is so great, that power of music that we talk about, because obviously there's your recordings at Street Life. You know, you hear it played today. Sure. But for you personally, it's what he instilled in you and those that you play with.
Well, it took a long time to actually warm him up to what we do as youngsters, what he will say.
Because he wanted you to music.
Of course, and that's one of the things that he wanted us to be authentic, and he wanted us to be, true to it, be more. That's the power that he was trying to teach us.
Yeah.
And mainly it came through with his being in the studio, being in at his home, just basically talking to us about life, talking to us about the actual business of music, and then this is where we came to right here. This is why he renamed us the Crusaders 2.0.
2.0, the next generation.
Next generation.
Yeah, so many, I think people think about a music as they can be famous and they can sing and make lots of money. And what Joe said is you have to love it. Whether you make a dime or not, first you have to love it.
That's correct.
And the kind of music you play, you can do everything, but what's your favorite? Which kind of your
mark?
Well,
we're on the younger scale, so we actually tend to spin in a little R&B, a little bit of reggae, a little Caribbean. Something the Crusaders kind of like did, but did not do it in the form, especially in the 50s and the 60s. Because at that time, like you said, it was more brought to his knowledge of it was a separate race situation. There was the white music, there was the black music, there was the Asian music, and there was now we have all the different races inside the band, and they bring that, and which brings a whole nother level of just the sound of music.
Yeah, which is great in Houston because we're the most diversity in the country. And so you see all those influences in everything we do, food and art and in music here. All right, so you have a new album. Tell us about this compilation.
Well, this new album that we have, this is the actual first album from the Crusaders 2.0. Basically, Joe spearheaded the concept of putting the Crusaders music into what we were doing as youngsters.
Yeah.
So there's a featured number on the called New Time Shuffle, but we kind of spent it in a little bit different way, such as the Millennium Shuffle.
Oh, the Millennium Shuffle. Okay.
And we're playing with a lot of odd meters, and we're playing with a lot of different chords compared to. But he was in the studio day at a time, every day, beating us up, saying, you know,
can't do
you
this.
can't do this.
To...
You got to do this, and we will fight. Especially me and Joe, we will fight over the chord, and we will fight over the music. And of course, I kind of did it my way anyway. He beat me up at a later time.
Yeah, and it all came together.
And I can honestly say, at the end of the day, he was really pleased with what we were doing.
Well, you can catch RADS, the Crusaders 2.0, this Saturday at the Houston Creole Festival at Discovery Green. But here they are now with Zip. Thank you very much. They are staying with us, and we'll hear a little bit more from you a little bit later on. But when we come back, while watching the Grammys, have you ever wondered or even fantasized about what it would be like to win the award yourself?